Hey there, how you doing? Charlie Winters here with selections for Tuesday, the 22nd of November. So let's get straight into it. Well, all the selections are at Southwell for Tuesday. If I'm being honest, it might the meeting might not even be on. It's given out as good ground as I select these bets. Well, I live between 12 and 15 miles-ish from the course. It has been absolutely chucking it down for hours now. The going could be no better than heavy. So, in my opinion, it'll either be heavy or abandoned. So, let me get into it. As I mentioned over the last few days, the Ben Paulin stable is absolutely different league at the moment. They can't stop having winners. Don't get me wrong, they're not all winning. But the ones that have ran seem to win next time as well. We had a 6-1 winner in the last bet. We had that Your Darling that was basically tanking all through the race. What did we do? Did we back it about 7s and it returned 130 favourite or 11-4 favourite? So what I've gone for 2 stables in particular. Sue Smith has always liked to win at Southwell. Well, it's very poor racing, but I find it very interesting. Well, let's get straight into it. So I'll just tell you the stakes. So the stakes are, bearing in mind, I'll let you know now that I've had 2 horses in one race. I know some of you don't like that, but I just can't pick between them. I shall tell you why in a second. So what I've gone for is 30 pence each way doubles and 50 pence each way trebles. That might sound a bit daft, but should the first horse win or come placed, I think we've got potentially a very nice bet. So I've gone for the more likely of the trebles, if you know what I mean. I've like put my faith in the race with the 2 horses in coming up. So let me get into it. So the first selection is Cracking Fine at 6-1 in the 12:35 at Southwell, paying 4 places instead of 3. This horse used to be rated much higher over hurdles. Well, it's over the chase fences today. And I think it could be prominent throughout. And it's that bad race. I'm struggling to find something that could actually pick it up. Don't get me wrong, it's not a good horse. It's 11 years old now, and it's not really improving. But I think it's on a competitive mark now. So I personally think if Ross Chapman gets a relatively easy lead, it could be very hard to peg back. The next 2 selections are in the same race. They're in the 2:35 at Southwell, paying 4 places instead of 3. Well, these aren't fantastic prices, but it's Encashment at 9-2 and Right Said Ted at 6-1. Encashment is one of Ben Paulin's horses. For me, it doesn't stand out as the likely winner, and I was looking for something to maybe try and beat it. Well, I couldn't find anything. It's an absolutely shocking race. And this horse, Encashment, it's not even guaranteed to want the soft ground, but I think the stable in that good a form is also can float on water or walk on water. Do you know what I mean? It's like they're in really good form. And I looked at the other horses, and I only see that Right Said Ted that ran a cracker at Hexham on soft ground after showing absolutely nothing in its first 3 runs. So those are the I can't even speak. Those are the 2 horses in the same race, and hopefully 2 of those 3 horses win. And then it all goes on to Apple Rock. Apple Rock is my nap of the day. Apple Rock at 3-1 in the 3:35 at Southwell, paying 3 places instead of 2. This horse is very competitively handicapped. It's not done a great deal for a while, but I do think with the Ben Paulin stable absolutely flying, I think it could be another one of those horses that has actually enjoyed the new surroundings at Ben Paulin's new stables. And I think that I personally think they are stripping fitter than ever. The Exeter race on Sunday. All right, yeah, the horse had a run. What was it? Give Me Some Cash or something like that. But it absolutely tore him apart. It kicked on from 4 out, which was virtually impossible at Exeter, and it never looked like stopping. Well, Apple Rock, don't get me wrong, I don't know how it's wintered, or I don't know how it's, the summer, how it's fared over the summer, but I do honestly think that I've just got to take the Ben Pauline stable, Absolute Flying, as the reason why this horse could actually potentially be better than these. And I think 3-1. I think you'll know if it's going to win, because I think it could end up being something as daft as 7-4, and the actual current favourite could actually drift. So I've probably not been as fluent as I should have been in this video at describing the reasons why. But those are the 4 selections that I really like. Obviously, only 3 can potentially win, but I do like the look of them. Probably the riskiest one is probably Cracking Find, but we'll find out tomorrow. So it's 30p each way doubles and a 51p each trebles. The reason why it's 51p is basically I think about £5 and 4p. If you want to make it up, basically up to a fiver for the bet, that's up to you. Or even if you want to eliminate one of the 2 horses in that race and actually just go for one, you can maybe have a tricks and then a pound each way treble. But good luck. You're a very brave person. Unless what you do is you place 2 separate trickses. You can put Cracking Find, Encashment, and Apple Rock, and also Cracking Find, Right Said Ted, and Apple Rock. That's completely up to you. But these are the 4 horses I really like. Apple Rock is the nap. Cracking Find I find really interesting, and between Encashment and Right Said Ted, I think you've got the winner. For those of you that like forecasts, maybe you might want to even put them in a forecast. It's completely up to you. Anyway, if you can give me a like and a subscribe, a comment, or click the notification bell, that would be absolutely fantastic. I don't normally give selections from Wednesday. Well, I don't normally give them on Tuesdays, but I don't normally give them on Wednesdays and Thursdays either. But I'm going to keep a close eye on the Ben Pauline stable. I will produce videos if I think they've got a chance. So that's it till possibly Friday. But as I said, click the notification bell. And if I do a video, you'll be notified immediately when I've done that video. I don't really want you missing out, especially we're in a half decent vein of form at the moment. So anyway, fingers crossed. Let's hope that Southwell goes ahead, because I've got real doubts about it. So anyway, fingers crossed. The very best of luck. Charlie Winters, over and out. Cheers, mate.